Minecraft is by far the most modded game in history. Just on CurseForge alone, there are over 117,000 mods, but the total number is likely far higher. And with that, some mods and mod packs such as the Aether, Tekkit, and Pixelmon have become famous and still to this day are played and remembered by the community. However, there are mods that were once at the forefront of the community, mods that revolutionized Minecraft and even got partially added to the game. But today, these mods are nearly forgotten, only living in the back of players' memories. So today, we're going to be looking at 5 mods that were once famous but are now forgotten. AdventureCraft was first released on January 7, 2011 by a modder and game developer named Cryact. The mod was simply a tool for making other maps and mods, and as for features, AdventureCraft added over 300 different blocks and a few different items. But its main thing is that it allowed the player to create cutscenes, NPCs, custom bosses, custom health bars, keys, and block swapping, which for 2011 was revolutionary. Its impact was absolutely humongous. 2011 cult classics such as The Journey to the Aether, Deadcraft, and most famous of all, Zelda Adventure, which may get its own video, all were built off the tools of this mod, and videos showcasing and playing through these mods would get over 15 million views, which made it one of the most famous mods of early Minecraft. It also had a massive influence on the modding and custom map community, as now players could make their own custom items, mods, and maps without having to learn all of the large amount of coding that comes with it. It's also to be mentioned that some of the features in the mod, such as making players not be able to break blocks, and blocks such as the target and light blocks, were directly added to Minecraft later on, which leads me to believe that the name Adventure Mode is a reference to this mod. As for what happened to this mod, development slowed at the start of 2012 due to the game's coding changing massively and Cryact himself becoming busy with real life. However, I don't think this mod would have lasted long anyways, as in July 2012, Adventure Mode was added in Minecraft, which as mentioned before, allowed players to make maps without having the players be able to break blocks. On October 25th, 2012, Minecraft version 1.4 was released. This added command blocks, which added many of the features of the mod into vanilla Minecraft. And lastly, over the next few years, plugins such as World Edit and the introduction of data packs made the mod somewhat useless. The final update for AdventureCraft was released on August 26, 2012, and since then the mod has been officially abandoned. However, there has been a few mods and communities that have attempted to revive it. TimeCodes was released in March 2016. It would basically add the same things as AdventureCraft, but it would only last a year before dying in July 2017. But upon the death of TimeCodes, a new mod team led by a modder named Ryu, which shout out to him for helping with this video, has been constantly releasing new maps and is even restarting development. There's now a community that surrounds the mod, so I'll leave their Discord and website below for those interested. TropicCraft was first released on August 7, 2011 by a group of modders named KojoMax99, The Rubinator, and FishTaco567. The mod was inspired by a trip KojoMax took to the tropical island of Puerto Rico, and the mod is a dimension mod, where players have to drink a pina colada at sunset and then are transported to a world made up of tropic islands. The mod would add tons of new trees and plants, such as palm trees, coconuts, and pineapples, but it would also add tons of new structures and new mobs, such as monkeys, moa heads, and Polynesian villages. TropicCraft would get some popularity as soon as the mod launched, though Aether and later Twilight Forest would be most popular in 2011. But upon the release of Minecraft version 1.2.5 in April 2012, there was a renewed interest in jungles and tropical islands, so the mod exploded in popularity. YouTubers such as ChimneySwift11 and Caveman Films would both start series centered around the mod, both of which would get over 1 million views. The mod would go strong for the rest of 2012 and throughout 2013 and 2014, with tons of new updates that added things such as stingrays and bongos. As for what happened to this mod, Minecraft itself slowed in popularity in 2015 and 2016, and in turn TropicCraft slowed development. But in the summer of 2017, a new team of KojoMax, The Rubinator, and 6 others restarted work on the mod. Later that year in September 2017, Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico, so the TropicCraft team decided to start a charity called Love Tropics. The charity does a week-long stream each year where they raise money for different causes, and so far they've raised over $200,000. As for the mod itself, since September 2017, TropicCraft has been in active development, and KojoMax himself would actually get hired by Mojang in 2019, and the recently released Mango Swamp biome actually comes from TropicCraft. If you'd be interested in checking out the mod today, I'll leave the Discord and the CurseForge link down below. Mo Creatures was first released on November 17, 2010 by a modder named Dr. Jark. The mod's goal was to add as many animals and other mobs as possible. At first it only included 3 mobs, which were the lion, bear, and wolf, but by the end of 2010 it would include over 14. This made it quickly one of the, if not the most popular mod of the first half of 2011, getting over 1 million views on YouTube. By the end of 2011, there were over 40 animals added, which meant anything from sharks to bunnies were in the mod. One of these animals was the horse, which was added in December 2010. If you were saying that looks a lot like the modern Minecraft horse, well, that's because Dr. Jark actually gave permission to Mojang to add it in the 1.6 update, which would give him a place in the Minecraft credits. The mod would remain popular for years after 2014, but mainly just popular on YouTube, getting over 50 million views. As for what happened to this mod, Minecraft by 2015 began to run better for most players, and because of that, people realized that the mod ran pretty terrible, and the world was just overly cluttered with too many different mobs. The modding community would also lose interest in it due to it not being open source, and the mod ruined the entire spawning system of the game. The mod itself would be updated till October 16, 2018, and then Dr. Jark would make the mod open source. And since 2018, there's been no official updates to the mod, so I have to say it's probably abandoned. The Pandora's box mod was first released on August 20th, 2011 by a modder named Ivorius. The mod added a box that, when the player opens it, could affect the player in countless ways. The first version had the player possibly opening a set of diamond tools or receiving a set of spawning zombies. But over the next couple of years, the mod was updated, adding things that upon opening the box could completely corrupt the world, such as turning the world to endstone or would spawn a floating island. The mod would see 2 rounds of popularity online. The first came in November 2012 when YouTubers such as Thanksia and Caveman Films would make showcases of the mod, getting over 2 million views in total. The next round of popularity came after its 2.0 update in the spring of 2014, when YouTubers such as DanTDM, popular MMOs, Kodo and Sen, and more made videos showcasing the mod. These videos in total would get over 12 million views, and the mod itself would get over 2 million downloads. As for what happened to this mod, the mod would be continuously updated for the next couple of years. However, Ivorius himself had less and less time to develop the mod as he began working as a full-time software and game developer. The last update to the mod came on July 17, 2017, and since then it's been abandoned, though Ivorius has said he's willing to give the mod to anyone who wants to update it. The Airship mod was first released on July 19, 2011 by a modder named Black Magic. The mod would allow the player to create flying crafts by just adding a steering block. Online, the mod got famous soon after its release, with YouTubers such as TheOxcast, Captain Sparkles, and Caveman Films all making showcases of it, getting over 3 million views. The mod would be continually updated for the next year, making it so the player could remote control fly it, and adding compatibility for dimension mods such as the Aether. Overall, by April 2012, the mod would have over 700,000 downloads. Now, unlike the other mods in this list, I'm going to explain mods that followed this one that had the same concept. So development of the Airship mod ended sometime in May 2012. This was because the game itself was being updated pretty much once a month, so the entire code had to be rewritten. Black Magic at this time also had a focus on real life, so the mod quickly became abandoned. Now, 7 months before this, on October 8th, 2011, a modder named Sir Entropy released a mod called Ships and Boats, which basically did the same thing as the Airships mod, but for creating boats. The mod would later add things such as cannons and submarines, and would become popular in May 2012. The mod would be continually updated till the end of October of that year, when the progress of the mod slowed, and eventually by the end of 2012, the mod was abandoned. The next year, on June 21st, 2013, another modder by the name of Bulkander Alpha released a mod called Archimedes Ships. This mod would be a major improvement over the previous ones because it had both airship and boat capabilities. Archimedes Ships would get over 3 million downloads and would be continuously updated till June 2015, when Alpha gave development over to another modder named Dark Evil Mac. Dark Evil Mac would improve the mod by making it a lot more stable, and in November 2016, the mod would be renamed to Da Vinci's Vessels, which today has over 6 million downloads. It would then be updated for another year till November 2017, when then itself would be mostly abandoned. There has been some work on it since, but Dark Evil Mac does not have the time to work on it, so there's been no updates over the last 2 years. Around the same time the final updates came out for Da Vinci's Vessels, another mod called Valkyrian Warfare quickly gained popularity. And since then, the mod has been renamed to Valkyrian Skies, and the mod is still being constantly updated. However, it is on 1.12.2, which is now kind of becoming obsolete. For the newer versions, there has been a few attempted airship mods, but they're all kind of dead now, so we will have to see the future of this type of mod. But I want to say, if you do enjoy 1.12.2 and you do enjoy airship mods, Valkyrian Skies is a must. In conclusion, all of these mods at one time or another were at the front of the Minecraft community, but because of the game itself constantly changing, community infighting, or just life itself, they slowly stopped updating and eventually fell to the back of players' memories. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you want more videos about this subject, let me know in the comments. If you are new, like, bell, and subscribe. Have a good day and goodbye.